Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about Fresher Days from ICM, and it comes in 1/72 scale, which is not that typical, I would say, for ICM military vehicles. We are used to see them in 135. Also there were some cases in 148, but 1/72 it's not that often. Nevertheless, here we have a military truck, URAL-4320. So as you can see here, we will get to copy the truck from Armed Forces of Ukraine. So in 1/72 scale, it should be quite an interesting build because it won't take a lot of space, and yet it should be quite an interesting thing to work with weathering and painting. So the kit number is 72708 as it's written here. Box size is not that huge. We have also a quite nice box art here, by the way. And here you can see comparison with my hand, so I can basically cover it with my palm. Here we also have the information about the kit. So it's written that we have 101 part inside, and assembled model will be 105 millimeters long. And on the opposite side you can see two marking options which are included here, but obviously you're not limited by them. If you find something different on the photos, you are free to copy it. I think it will be possible with the decals which are included here, but we will see it a bit further in the review when we will be checking the actual decals. So I'm now cutting the plastic seals, which are also traditional thing for ICM. They secure this top lid with the white cardboard box. So I'm going to open it right now. It was a bit of a tight fitment, but now you can see here what I was talking about. This is actually quite sturdy box, so it will protect everything inside. And here is what we have inside. So we have all the parts packed into the same plastic bag, and I'm going to take them out right now, and we will take a closer look together. So just give me a second. Okay, what do we have here? So as you remember, we are dealing here with a truck version because this URAL was also supplied in some other versions as well. But today we are dealing with the open bed and also the single cap. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. Maybe let's open the lenses because it's kind of dark. So here you can see what I'm talking about. Just give me a moment. Yeah. This is the front cap for this truck. It is molded together with the bonnet, and also here we have the wheel fenders. Of course, you will have to insert the clear parts, and note that rear wall is also pre-molded, which is quite interesting mold and styling because you won't have to attach anything, but unfortunately doors are also molded shut, so there is not that much to show inside. You won't be able to open them, and the same can be said about the bonnet. But overall, I like the external features. I think let's say those people who actually know more about this truck, they will be able to tell whether it's up to scale, whether it copies the actual shape of the vehicle, so feel free to write it in the comment section. And next we continue with something I really like seeing here. It's the plastic wheels, as you can guess, and this is really cool thing because such parts will be easier to work with. But the only thing which I will also mention is that unfortunately we do not have the load effect or weight effect imitation here, even though with plastic parts it could be easier to copy, but somehow this opportunity was missed. Next, we continue with parts for the rear bed. So once again, I will repeat myself that we have the open bed, so that's why we have all the panels here which should assemble into this section of the truck. But overall, they look quite nice, and I think it won't be difficult to assemble them. What will be difficult is to actually paint them, because you can see on the box art that we have the digital camouflage on it, or pixel camouflage if you prefer, so that's why you have to be careful while joining all of this stuff together. Okay, next we continue with the clear spruce. So here we have all the clear parts for the front cap. Molding quality looks really good, but I'm not sure if we actually have the mask templates or masks included here. Well, for sure there are no masks because usually ICM does not include them, but sometimes they give the masking templates, so who knows, maybe this kit will be also let's say in this tradition included into this tradition. Now I'm looking at the next sprue, and that's why I'm a bit confused, because it comes in a black plastic. And just to give you a understanding, before some ICM kits were actually molded in the black plastic, so that's why this one comes in a black plastic, because it's not that young kit. And these parts are, I would say, some kind of universal for URAL truck. So that's why we have here front cap parts, we have suspension parts, we have this chassis, which is already molded as a single piece part, which is quite nice, because you get the right alignment out of the box. And again, molding quality seems to be fine. I can see only minor amount of flash around some elements, but this is understandable, and it should be easy to clean with a sharp knife, so there is nothing to be worried about. And also maybe there is some space for the fine details, maybe also for scratch building, because it will give you a better result. And now I'm seeing very interesting surprise in this kit. So for this we will have to close the lenses a bit, and that's a decals sheet, because here we get decals for the digital camouflage. And this is really cool because it will simplify the whole process. So basically you just have to combine all these shapes together and you'll be ready to go. We also have several number plates as far as you can see, which is also a cool thing. Then printing quality is really good. Usually ICM decals are not that problematic to work with, so I don't think you will have any issues here as well. And for the next thing, we will have to zoom out, because here we have assembly manual, which is printed in form of large color printed brochure. Here we have the short history note and technical specifications. We also have the colors chart, safety advices, and if we flip it over, here we have the parts map. And well, the parts map shows that all parts will be used, so be sure not to lose any of them, because later it will be really problematic. Here we start assembly with the main chassis, obviously. So here we have quite an interesting thing, because as you can see here we have measurements for the parts installation, because there are no installation slots as far as I remember. This main chassis molding was let's say smooth molding, so that's why you don't have any attachment points, and that's why you have to play a bit with the ruler. But once you are done, then you go with the front cap. And here, by the way, you can see how the wheels will be assembled. We also assemble the rear section, rear bed here, and then we get all of this stuff onto the truck, including the separately molded front bumper. As you can see, it's a single piece part. Okay, next we continue with the marking guide. So unfortunately we do not have a masking template here, which is quite a shame, because in this scale masks will be really appreciated. And as you can see, there is plenty of masking to do in order to copy the actual glass on the front cap of this truck, but I guess for professionals it won't be a problem. And overall I think it's a really interesting idea to actually offer the digital camouflage in form of decals. It will simplify the painting process and actually make it a bit more enjoyable than just cutting out masks. But I know that some of you who let's say want to build a hardcore camouflage, they will still go with the masks, because only masks will get you more or less, I would say, convincing appearance. So this kit should be already available. You can get it in Modelimex webshop, for example, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.